What's going on, guys? Shonen Express here, delivering to you my weekly manga rankings. So, coming in at number 12 this week is the second chapter of Mitama Security Spirit Busters. Now, I told you guys last week that this is a manga that I thought I was going to not like as much, just simply because it's a comedy kind of manga. And I saw more of that this week. Again, I'll continue to read Chapter 3, so you'll see Chapter 3 on this channel, still on the weekly rankings. You're going to still see that. I'm not dropping it yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if I tell you that I am dropping this manga, just because I'm not the biggest fan. Now, I don't think it's a bad manga, by any means. I like the stuff with Mitama and his crying and playing basketball against that spirit. That was funny, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see me drop this manga, and that's why it ends up here at number 12. Coming in at number 11 is the 242nd chapter of My Hero Academia. By now, I'm sure that you guys know that My Hero Academia is while I do love it, I own a lot of the books too. I love the series. The arcs where we're doing things like having a Christmas party are not my favorite. Now, we did get a little more update at the beginning and end of this chapter, kind of on what's going on. I do hope that Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki all go to work for Endeavor. I think that could be really cool. But, you know, we'll see where that goes in the future. I think it's a cool moment that could happen later, but it didn't happen this chapter. We just got the question. So this chapter ends up at number 11 for me. Not the bottom, because it did have some stuff that I liked, but definitely nowhere near the top this week. Coming in at number 10 is Samurai 8, The Tale of Hachimaru, the 17th chapter to be exact. As you guys know, I really like Samurai 8. Number 10, you might be thinking, is really low for a Samurai 8 chapter, especially recently. But this chapter, while I thought it introduced some interesting characters, didn't really give me a whole lot more to work with. It was kind of like a relaxed chapter. And that's fine. I just thought all the chapters above it this week were better. That's why it ended up down here at number 10 for me this week, just because I thought some other chapters were better. Coming in at number 9 is Chapter 14 of Tokyo Shinobi Squad. Now, last week, Tokyo Shinobi Squad was really high. I think it might have been 5th or something, or somewhere close to that. But this week, it dropped down to number 9. Not because I thought it got way worse. I really am looking forward to this arc. I think it'll be very interesting. I love the new guy who uses the weapons. I really love him, so I'm excited to see more with him. He is favorite character material for me for sure. I do love pompadour characters in anime, so he fits that title. But so I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to what we have kind of in store for Tokyo Shinobi Squad. But this chapter, it got beat out by some of the ones higher up this week. That's why it ended up here at number 9. Coming in at number 8 is Chapter 613 of Kingdom. I love Kingdom. It ends up at number 8 just because the stuff above it I thought was better. But this week, everything that we got with Kinmo and his little argument with his kind of attendant there, I thought was really good, really moving. I really liked it. I like Kinmo. I'm really confused if Zhao is going to win or if Chin is going to win. Kingdom is so good at keeping you in suspense week to week. I honestly have no idea. Still, and we feel like we're at the end of this battle, I still have no idea if Chin or Zhao is going to win the war here. But we'll see. My bet's on Chin, but I'm not totally sure. This manga could literally go on for eternity. It is already 613 chapters long. I really like Kingdom, but this week, it ended up at number 8. Coming in at number 7 is Chapter 1274 of Hajime no Ippo. Sendo Takeshi is my favorite Ippo character. This chapter was almost all about him. His fight with Ricardo Martinez, the featherweight, world champion. He gets a sparring match with him, and it looks like he's getting beat up. I really want to know what happens at the end. I wish we would have seen more of this fight, and this chapter probably would have been higher on my list if we did get to see him fight more. Unfortunately, that's just not the case. We didn't get to see Sendo fight all that much, so this chapter ends up here at number 7. Coming in at number 6 is the 149th chapter of The Promised Neverland. Now, I thought this chapter was really good. I liked seeing the queen fight and all of that. By now, you know that The Promised Neverland is one of my favorite ongoing manga. And as we wrap up, cooler and cooler things are going to happen, I'm sure. I can't wait for all of that. But chapter 149 was a really good chapter. I really enjoyed this chapter, and so it ended up kind of right in the middle of the list at number 6 this week. Coming in at number 5 is undoubtedly the 120th chapter of Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone, as you guys probably know from seeing my list, usually is pretty low on my list. I haven't been that interested in it lately. But this week, we got some mysteries revealed. The elder, the leader, he is just a stone statue being controlled by the one guy. I had a feeling that something like this was going to happen, that the leader wouldn't really be in charge. It would be the advisor, the Jafar-looking guy. So I had a feeling that this was going to happen, but to get that confirmed is awesome. Also, to see the relation to Soyuz in some way. I'm really interested to find out how he's related to Soyuz, what the story is there, and I'm sure that we will probably end up depetrifying him in some way and saving this guy, just to kind of see what his relationship to Soyuz is. So I'm excited for that, but this week it ended up at number 5. Coming in at number 4 is the 15th chapter of Beast Children. Now, Beast Children doesn't usually end up this high on my list, but this week was amazing. The stuff with Shishigaya and the rival character was awesome. He was amazing. The kind of snow motif that he has going was so cool. I loved seeing it, and it made this chapter this week amazing. I love the games in Beast Children. Games, scrimmages, this is where I really like sports manga, and that's what we're in right now with Beast Children, so I thoroughly enjoy where we are. I can't wait for next week's chapter, but as far as this week, it ended up in number 4. Coming in at number 3 is the 3rd chapter of Mission Yozakura Family. I love this manga. Now, it is an amazing manga. It is on its 3rd chapter, and I think it's the 3rd best chapter that came out in Shonen Jump, or actually out of anything I read this week. Number 3. It was an amazing chapter. To see Asano have to go through all of the traps in the Yozakura family mansion. I love that he's becoming integrated into the family. That's what I wanted to see really badly. And it's just like, this manga just gives me exactly what I want every time I ask for it. So I'm really excited to see him continue to train with the family, continue to go on missions. I think that this manga has the perfect blend of action and comedy. I really want to see the other powers that this family has. I'm just excited for everything that this manga has to offer, so I'm really looking forward to it. But this week, Chapter 3 got spot number 3. Coming in at number 2 is the 219th chapter of Black Clover. Now, you'll know if you watched last week's ranking video, Black Clover was number 1 last week. It's number 2 this week, only because what I put above it, I think was better. But Black Clover was really good this week. We got to see more of Damnatio's powers. I really like seeing that. Fuego Leon and Silva came into the chapter. I love seeing those guys, specifically Fuego Leon, my favorite Black Clover character. But I love seeing those guys. I loved seeing what Damnatio could do. And of course, Asta has the perfect counter to it. I really like what's going on with the Black Bulls. The whole guild is going to have to be exiled, and they're going to go and have to find out how to stop this stuff from happening. I really, really love this. I love the setup for this arc the arc that it's going to become. I'm so excited for the future of Black Clover. But Chapter 219 ended up in spot number 2, and it definitely deserves that. And finally, coming in spot number 1 is the 121st chapter of Attack on Titan. Holy cow, this chapter was crazy. Okay, first of all, I don't want to spoil anything because this series is very vital that you don't know any spoilers, I think, to fully enjoy this series. So, if you haven't read Attack on Titan, stop watching this video. It's been great having you, but don't watch this video. Go read that manga because it's an amazing manga, and then come back and watch the rest of this video, because spoilers will happen right now. Aaron, what? It is absolutely insane what's going on. I got like chills when he was standing over talking to Grisha Yeager. He's like yelling at his father, "You're too weak." Oh my word, it was crazy. I really like the direction that Aaron's character is going in. I think this is a good direction for his character and a believable direction for his character. I cannot wait to see what his plan is. I'm almost a little scared to see what his plan is, but this manga is shaping up to be amazing. It's clear that Isayama knew from the get-go what the plan was for this manga, and chapter 121 is a perfect example of that. It is a awesome chapter and definitely deserves the #1 spot on my ranking list this week. So, that's all I got for you this week. Thanks so much for watching to the end of this video. If you have anything to say, if you disagree with my rankings, or you want to talk about any of the series I watch, please leave a comment down in the comment section below. I'd love to talk with you about any of these, my order of them. I'd just love to talk with you. Also, if you liked anything I just say, please leave a like on this video and subscribe to my channel. I bring you my weekly rankings every single week, along with a special delivery every single week, as well as the weekly rankings. So definitely subscribe. I'd love to have you subscribe to my channel. But that's all I got for you today. So for now, this is Shonen Express, signing off.